Good morning, first grade. I'm so happy to be back with you. But did anybody notice what happened? Something in this region is missing. That lion! I don't know what he gets up to, but he's gone again. But he left me a note. So let's read it, okay? Let me jump back to it. Oh, that Rashid. All right, are you ready to hear this note he left? It says, "Dear word builders, I really need your help with my project." Remember that project? Let me swing back to it. Remember that project that he had given us, or he had shown us, but he told us we weren't ready to work on it yet because we weren't ready with our vowel team. So he's off working on this project. But there are more vowel teams for you to learn. Here's a clue to help you build your vowel team chart. Okay, so we're going to be adding to our vowel team chart today. Read page 3 and you will see two new teams. They make the same sound as oo, like in school, but they look completely different. Can you find them? Your friend Rashid. So when I first read that note, I'm like, page 3, what are you talking about? I have millions of books here. I have all kinds of page 3s. And then I noticed there was something tucked in a book. I'll show you. I opened up to page 3 and I took a picture and put it up here with you. So we're going to be looking for words today that make the same sound as oo in school, but they look completely different. I don't know. Let's read and find out. All right. So this was the page 3. This is from the book, Tumbleweed Stew. Do you guys know what stew is? It's kind of like a soup, but it's made usually with like meat and vegetables. I guess in this case, it's made with tumbleweeds. But I read through this page and I realized, oh, Rashid's right. There are 2 more vowel teams that do not look like they make the oo sound, but when you read them, they totally do. Are you ready? Listen to me read this and follow along if you can. Jack's tummy growled. He thought, the sun is up. The sky is blue. What a great day for tumbleweed stew. He hopped along, jumping over brush and cactus. Did anybody notice or hear any words that had that oo sound? Let me go back and just read part of the story to you, or part of the page. The sun is up. The sky is blue. What a great day for tumbleweed stew. Did you happen to notice one of the words? Shout out the first one to me. Yeah, it's blue. Look at that, guys, right here. Blue. Now, when you look at that word, do you think of the oo sound like in school or moon? I don't. That doesn't look anything like it. But this vowel team, UE, when you see it together, it makes the oo sound like school. Did you happen to see the other one? Shout it out to me if you did. You guys are so smart. It's the word stew. Take a look at that word for a moment. What do you notice at the end? Look at that vowel team. EW makes the oo sound like in school. Think about it. Stew, school. Yeah, they sound exactly the same. So what I want to teach you today is that even though vowel teams don't look like they make a certain sound, sometimes they do. Just like in UE and EW, they make the oo sound like in school. So let me show you here what I mean. I'm gonna try to write. You know how this goes. It never goes well. But let's take a look at the word blue for just a moment. I'm gonna use a marker and let's use green. Think about that for a second. And let's stretch that word out. Bull, oo. Well, I only hear 2 sounds. Now I know there are more than 2 letters, but I only hear 2 sounds. So I have 2 boxes drawn here. Let's figure out what that first sound is. Bull. Well, that's a blend, right? We know that blend. Can anyone remind me what it is? Yep, it's B, L. Now, what's the next sound in the word? Bull, oo. Yeah, it's that oo sound like in school. But what did we just learn from Tumbleweed Stew? What do we see? We see UE. Blue. So even though there are only 2 sounds in this word, we actually have four letters, a blend and a vowel team. Phonics can be so complicated, but that UE makes that oo sound. Let's take a look at the next one. The next one was stew. Let's say it together. St, oo, stew. Did you hear it again? Guys, 2 sounds. St, oo. So we've got these 2 boxes. Let's figure out how many letters we need to put in for each sound. St. Guys, another blend. If you do your phonemic awareness, if you've paid any attention to phonemic awareness, you know that that ST blend makes this sound. Good. And then let's hop back to tumbleweed stew. What 2 letters became a vowel team to make the oo sound? Yep, you're exactly right. It is EW. Good. Now, you know Rashid, right? Rashid did not just leave us 1 letter. He left us 2. 2 letters. And I can't even believe the second letter. It's almost like a love letter, which I thought was kind of strange for a lion. But, you know, you never know. So I want you to listen to this. And if you're at Avery, your teachers are going to give you a copy of it. If you are virtual with me, you're just going to look at the screen. I'm going to read the poem to you, and then we're going to go back and talk about it. You ready? Roses are red, violets are blue. Where is my construction crew? I drew them a plan, but they need more parts. A few new vowel teams, and then they can start. It's a very big job, so before I continue, I hope these word builders will come to my rescue. I don't need screws, and no, I don't need glue. All I really need is my construction crew. So what you're going to do in just a moment is you're going to pause the video. Not yet. Let me finish my directions. If you're at Avery, you're just going to grab a pen for your poem and a whiteboard and a marker. If you are at home, you're just going to need a whiteboard and a marker. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through this poem, and you're going to find words, hold on, technology, that have the EW, oo sound like stew, and the UE, oo sound like blue. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw just a simple T-chart on your whiteboard. So take a moment, you can pause if you need to. Draw that T-chart, and I want you to write EW on one side and UE on the other. Go ahead and take care of that and then come back. All right, you do not need to draw a picture of stew and blue right now. Just the letters are fine. And I want you to go back through this poem, and I want you to find words that use either UE or EW to make the oo sound. And I want you to write them in the appropriate spot on your T-chart, and then come back to me. Okay, welcome back. I want you to take out your T-chart, and I want you to take a look at my T-chart. And let's see if we found the same words. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these words because you've already done that. But I do want us to double check and make sure that we have the same answers. So let's look at the EW, stew, oo column. And let's see if you have the same words I have. Stew, which wasn't in the poem. Sorry about that one. Crew. This was the example word. Few, screws, drew, and new. If you got all of those, give yourself just a little star. If you need to add any, go ahead. Don't worry about adding stew. Actually, I'm just going to dump that. That was just our example word that I added. All right, I'm going to do the same for the other side. Let's switch over now. I'm going to take out that example word. And let's see if you found these words in the poem that have the oo sound using UE like blue. Rescue, glue, continue. Thumb up if you did that. You got that. What do you notice when you look at all of these words? All of them, the whole chart. What do you notice about where the oo sound is for these words? almost always at the end. So when you hear the oo sound at the end of a word, a lot of times you are going to see EW or UE. It's just a good clue. I know there's so many rules to keep track of, and guys, you'll do this again in second grade. It's okay if you don't remember them all right now, but that's just something to help you remember that you're usually going to see these two vowel teams at the end of words. So now I need you to get out your your vowel team linking chart. This was the one I started, but I'm actually out of room. So I moved over to a new one. And here's what I want you to add today. In one box, I want you to add EW and the word stew. And then I want you to include a little sketch. Hello, little sketch. Of the word stew. Okay. And the second thing I want you to do is write the vowel team UE and the word blue and include a sketch. It could just be even a blue scribble if you want, of the word blue. I'm sorry, of the picture of blue, whatever blue is, whatever blue works for you. Doesn't matter to me. So we can add those two to our vowel team linking chart. So in a moment, I want you to pause and do that, okay? Take as long as you need and then come right back. Remember, this is not a big art project. Just spend a few minutes fixing up your vowel chart. All right, so our vowel team chart, we're coming right along. We've still got more spaces. Rashid's telling me we're not ready yet. We still have more vowel teams to learn. So guess what we're going to do on Monday? You guessed it. We're going to work on more vowel teams. We're getting there, guys. There's just so many to keep track of. And that's why having this vowel team linking chart is just so helpful. When you're reading or writing, you can pull this out anytime to help you read or write a tricky word that has a vowel team in it. We've got all these little pictures and clues that help us, which is just, it's just so helpful to have this many tools in our toolbox. So maybe after we learn all of these vowel teams, Rashid will be willing to let us, I don't know, like work on this project with him. Who knows? All right, guys, finish this up. Have a great day. If you're watching this in the morning, I'll see you at Mega Zoom this afternoon. Have a great day.